It's the book of Micah 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as a mire of the streets. First and foremost, I want to give our honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Shalom to the hopefully elect men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth with all sincerity. And also shalom to you very few sincere sisters that's taking heed and getting in order in these last days. I mean, brother, I'm a one coming to the quick lesson, Lord, when it's edifying. And started off with the book of Micah 7 and 10, and hey, these women, restarting with these older women, they're gonna see it too, and these young ones are the product of what these older women have laid out, believing in that serpent, So pretty much I'm gonna play this clip, and you just seeing how this lady acting, this Keisha black woman, right? That got to be put down too, because she's too tied up into the system. She believes in Trump, you know. But I'm gonna play this clip right quick.
I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
And Grandma gonna get built the ass when no martial law troops get on the ground, man. Hey, our black women just cook, bro. That's why we tell, bro, don't even, you gotta tread real lightly with dealing with them, bro. This is their mindset, man. They love dealing with that white man, but as you can see, he's cutting ties with the black woman. Leaving them out there for dead, and that's why it says, "Hey, she that my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her." Right? Because they're gonna think that, you had a place at this man's table. Now that shit hitting the fan, you can't go to this man now. One ain't working for you. Now you can feel ashamed, like, damn, I should have been, you know what I'm saying? I should have been out the way dealing with the one of the tribes, Man, I can't wait. But I can't wait. What I had in mind, I didn't really have that many scriptures. Just wanted to bring out this point, man. Because even the older women, they're cooked, right? They're cooked in the mind. Their brain is fried. I think it's 31 is good. Yeah, 30 is what I wanted. This is Isaiah 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children. Because, scriptures talk about, never trusting thy enemy, in the book of Sirach 12 and 10, 12 and 13, how, we won't feel sorry if you get bit by a serpent. Let me grab that and I butcher it. 12 and 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come now wild beasts? Who should feel sorry for these folks, man? Who should feel sorry for this lady when shit hit the fan and they bust upside her head and she hit the dust? Or she take that, well, we already know she gonna take that implantable device or whatever this next disease come out with. She gonna take the dose for it. Who should pity her? You already chose the side that you wanted to be on. And really Ezekiel 9 and 4 is my main scripture that I had in mind. Because they gotta go too, man. Right? We talk about the young bitches too, but these old mothball smelling ass bitches gotta go too. And the lady looked like she was drunk as hell saying that. I read it in the comments when she was like, and Grandma said it, and it was like, yeah, and Grandma drunk too. But it says Isaiah 30 and 1, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with their covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That walk to go down to Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. See, here you go. They trusting in that shadow of Egypt, which is a miracle, man. You can see her loud and proud, man, defending this man. But it says, verse 3, the point. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion, right? Bitch gonna be confused, man, when this shit get ugly and she ain't got no comfort, you know? See, these bitches don't understand that you just a pawn piece on the board, man. You know, you really don't even weigh nothing, you know? And you about to see real soon. All right, so I'm gonna close out this last scripture in the book of Ezekiel. Okay, trust and oppression. They want to stay here. The man doing a good job. You know what, in a way, he is. He helping us bring in the kingdom, man, through the prophecies. You know, but as far as keeping America to still stand, nah. Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right? And you talking about through Israel, right, through so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives, right? He said, put a mark, a thawa, you know, a mark of exemption, because these are the men, right, that's sighing and crying, ready to get up out of here, right? They're tired of the oppression, they're tired of the curses, you know. It says, and to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the midst, go ye after him through the city and smite, right? And as you look over to the NLT, it says, follow him through the city and kill everyone. See? So that's what smite goes into. Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare. Neither have ye pity. Right? And that's the point, right? Show no mercy. Right? Don't folks want to be indulging in the wickedness. They believe inside their oppression. They believe inside these other heathens. Right? So when you go through that city, hey, don't get them folks the belt. Don't even spare none of them. You know? It says slay utterly. It says slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children, and women. You know, because, hey, these women just, they double down in, man. Gotta mention them twice. You know, it said slay utterly, old and young, right? Old first, this old bitch gotta get it. She gotta get it, man. Right? Lord got down, smoked that wig off her head. Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. But the main point, you know, he won't come towards the Lord's, the one that the Thawa, right? Destruction won't come towards them. But the rest of them, hey, it's going to be like an Egypt, you know, previous Egypt times 30, man. You know, nothing but death, right? Especially to a lot of these women. You know, men gonna get caught up too, but especially to these women because the women outnumber the men, you know. But that was just real quick on this lesson. I'm gonna close up by giving out on the glory and praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, by Shem Crocodile, Shalom.